Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Padmavathy from Teachconnect. Today, we are going to talk about how to frame a lesson plan, how to craft a lesson plan in fact. By the way, Teachconnect is a company which brings in recruiters and applicants. Applicants for the jobs at schools, please post your resumes at teachconnect.in and find a right recruiter. Today, we're going to talk about how to prepare a best lesson plan as per the CBSE norms. This is a personal opinion from Teachconnect side and from myself. The first structure, what we're going to write when we just start writing a lesson plan is we have to write down our name over there. Name of the teacher is very, very important. And the date on which you are going to deliver this lesson plan. The subject, the class, the section, and the strength of the class is very important because you will have a fair idea as to how many students are there. And if you are doing a collaborative learning or dividing them into groups, strength of the class noted down there will come handy for you all. Title of the lesson is important because you will be knowing how many lessons are there and which lesson you are going to, which unit you are going to teach. Therefore, the students must be told about the agenda of the day. Agenda of the day must be written on the top right-hand corner of your blackboard. For that, you can make a special note of agenda in some place on the lesson plan template. Learning outcome. For example, if you have to write down or break down a bigger goal into a small goal, learning outcome comes very handy. Learning outcome is a process where you can divide the lesson into specific reachable topics to cover the unit of the lesson. The bigger goal can be divided into SMART goals by the learning objectives. You can divide the learning outcome into beautiful 3 or 4 pieces so that each day, without any hesitant, without any other undue intervention in the discussion, we can complete the learning objective or the aim of the day. The most important points, the keywords to be discussed and the difficult words we have got to underline in the textbook or write them down in the lesson plan. And the lesson plan should consist of these words, of course, not more than 3. It will be very difficult for the student to assimilate more than 3 difficult words per day. Difficult words are different and keywords are different. The resources required are to be planned after writing the lesson plan. Anyhow, here in our template, we have written the resources required for the day right ahead. Including ICT, we need to include any audio tapes, video tapes, practical resources, pictures, where there is no discrepancy in understanding the content by the student. Such kind of resources can be planned for the day. The key questions or the icebreaker related to the lesson, every time it's not going to be a jolly good time. The key questions or the icebreaker questions which make the students think are very important for the day. Very strictly pertaining to the day, such an icebreaker or a key question or a hook question can be created. Experiential learning activity or a hands-on is going to be one of the pedagogical strategies for the students to learn the content beautifully. Learning from the experience questions, we are supposed to ask them how past experience has put in the present constructive theory of learning, how the past experience is going to help the student to write down the present content in their minds. The child's opinion on experience of learning after the lesson, please note down what are the ways in which the child is amazed to see such a crafted lesson plan. And every day, listening, speaking, reading, writing skills are supposed to be touched. Notebook activity, what are the words or the questions or the sentences which the student is going to write must be mentioned in the notebook activity. The learning which you are going to give connected to the real life example, please note down or in fact jot down there. Value should be spoken about. Either it can be learning skill, life skill, or any other skill, including constitutional values or the life values or the human values can be given to the children. Any two multiple intelligences can be used in the lesson plan. The sustainable development goal at small tip, like bring a steel tiffin box to school, or use a jute bag, or plant a tree, or eat a fruit and share a part of a fruit with someone. These are going to be a very small tips, or don't use plastic. And only one point need to be discussed, just only one, because every teacher is going to use the lesson plan and going to teach this to the student. If there are, say, 5 curriculum periods, each child will learn 5 different values. And take care of the inclusive students in your school. It's very important to cater and change the lesson plan as per the inclusivity required. And the assessment conducted after each lesson. The assessment conducted is very, very important. What are you going to test for the day? Are you going to check on the spelling? Are you going to test on the content? Are you going to test on how the lesson is experienced by the student? The choice is yours. And the reflections of the teacher after the lesson are very, very important. Don't forget to note down the number of students who could question in the classroom, or you could get in touch, or you could make them talk in the class. Those number of students should be noted down in your diary, so that the rest of the students who did not get a chance to answer, ideally, a teacher should be able to touch all the students in the classroom, not only pertaining to the class or the content, even informally. Maybe it is physical development, social, emotional development. It's important that a teacher touches this angle also. Therefore, if at all you could not talk to any child, please make a note of that child and see that you go back to the student next day or in the next period and go and start with her the conversation. These steps should make an excellent lesson plan for you all to give a beautifully crafted lesson plan, so that if your title, the goal, the focus is on the learning objective, it is very easy to bring in additional information to the student. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, principals. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much. Please find the link of this lesson plan template. Click on the link below and you can download the lesson plan template.